Good morning. Welcome to the channel. It's a great cloudy day, and I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Uh, and if you're unaware, there is a second channel. Not a whole lot over there yet, but it's called Gray Cloud's Thoughts. Uh, and I'm going to try to maybe do something for that channel today, like maybe a video of me just about some of the things I've been having in my head and thinking about and stuff, or whatever. I got to figure out what maybe, but I hope everybody's doing all right. I feel fairly all right this morning, but I have been suffering through a little bit of borderline depression. I don't know if it's like I haven't really been depressed so much. It's just I don't know where my drive for life has went. But I am trudging forward and trying to implement back into my routine what works and stuff. So, like this morning, for instance, I'm going to be reading from Jesus Calling, but this morning before I got decided to get up and do this, I'd been laying in there and kind of doing my own communion with the Spirit, and I hadn't read this reading yet today, so to myself even, I was still laying in there. I wasn't asleep or nothing, but I was just laying in there, kind of. I'd watched a little bit of YouTube and then turned it off, tried to see if I could go back to sleep and everything, So anyway, the message here lately for me is to stop for me to stop thinking about tomorrow or yesterday. It's only now that can matter, that it does matter, and the best way to communicate is in the now when we're talking about divine communication. Like if my mind's focused on tomorrow and what may I not have to eat or may have to eat, or what I got to do or don't have to do, or if I mine's on yesterday over something that's done over with, I'm not focusing on this day that I am in, that is the day I should be communing and doing whatever it is that needs to be done. So it and then like the message has been to me for me to stop thinking I haven't gotten where I need to be in life, because this is where I'm supposed to be right now. Still not completely for sure about where I'm heading. I know where I'm heading in the long run, but let's get this reading out of the way. I'm doing this because I pretty much was kind of told in there. I was thinking about going for a walk, and then I was thinking about walking to town, and I'm almost broke and all this other stuff. And then it said, I felt the Spirit move me and said, "Get up, do the video. Don't rush yourself. Yeah, you can walk into town, but you can also stay here and do some things. You can rest. You can do as you need to. Stop thinking so hard," is what it told me. Stop overthinking and analyzing my days. My, you know. So here we go. This reading really was cool. I thought November 18th. Come to me and rest in my peace. My face is shining upon you in rays of peace, transcending understanding. Instead of trying to figure out Instead of trying to figure things out yourself, you can relax in the presence of the one who knows everything. And that right there really spoke to me, because that's what was going on this morning when I was communicating. And it was like that said that, like this, I felt God, the big kahuna, telling me this same thing: is stop trying to figure it all out myself. You know, that's my main problem. That's where my anxiety is coming from here lately. That's where my what I'm thinking is like a motivation. I'm putting up roadblocks by thinking too far into the day, too far ahead of the day, and about yesterday, like I said already, So, I like that really, instead of trying to figure things out yourself, you can relax in the presence of the one who knows everything. As you lean on me in trusting dependence, you feel peaceful and complete. This is how I designed you to live in close communion with me. When you're around other people, you tend to cater to their expectations, real or imagined. Sometimes it depends. You feel enslaved to pleasing them, and your awareness of my presence grows dim. Yeah, there's a lot of distractions in life, and I think, like I've said this over the past week too, a lot of my lack of ambition here lately has been my lack of discipline of getting up at a certain time or getting certain things done at a certain time, getting out and, kind of like, anyway, there's really no excuse for what's going on. But yeah, it says your efforts to win their approval eventually exhaust you. You offer these people dry crumbs rather than the living water of my spirit flowing through you. This is not my way for you. Stay in touch with me even during your busiest moments. Let my spirit give you words of grace as you live in the light of peace. Now, I don't have a lot of, like, I could be having some busy moments if I just grab hold of what I got to do. And there's plenty, like I say this in a lot, there's plenty to do around here all the time. But sometimes if I'm sitting here and I'm in a weird mood and and I know where my thoughts are going is not a good place, and I'm not making videos and I'm not cleaning or doing something productive here, that's where I'll take off and just be gone for half the day, even though I might be hurting and stuff on my feet. But you have the references here is Philippians 4:6-7. Then you got John verse 7. John chapter 7, verse 38. Ephesians chapter 5, 18-20. Um, but yeah, this is where my mindset was already this morning before I got up and opened the book up and read it to myself. But there, it was like I seen the synchronicity in what I was in there praying about and talking to myself about and to the divine and saying, why do I feel this way? I was beating myself up on being unmotivated, the lack of videos that I made this week and things like that. And then, the answer was given. It's kind of like, well, you're not sleeping. Get up and at least make the video. And so now I've made the video, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And I can't tell you what the rest of the day will bring. I know I've mentioned time and time again about trying to go live, and I just don't know when, or it could be any day. Um, just be looking for me. I'm in a pretty good place this morning. I thought before I got out of the bed that I was not in a good place of thought, but I felt like I don't know what I was doing, but when I was moved and told to come in here and make this video and read this Jesus calling to myself and then make the video, I, I could tell the day is going to be a lot different than it felt it was going to be. And a lot of that's up here. So I'm glad at least I'm getting this done. And until next time, Mr. Grey Cloud, sage of the eternal moment, being real with you. Over and out. Ditto.